Hello, my name is Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com. I am joined, as always, by the catchphrase king, Ross Tweddell, and welcome to our predictions for Extreme Rules 2018. How are you doing, Ross?
Great!
Yeah, you good? Not a good night last night.
I came home, but just a bit early, and not in the form of a lovely gold trophy.
But we're going to keep things positive, as always. What are the punishments this month,
Well,
Ross?
you tell me, Adam. The brainchild of what's happening this month, potentially.
Okay, the first punishment, which you can vote for at patreon.com/cultaholic, is a pint of beans, where you will drink a pint of
beans.
Pint of baked beans.
Now, Adam, being a child, laughed at that pint of beans for roughly 5 minutes, didn't you?
It's the
What's
image.
so
It's
funny
the image
about-
of a steaming hot, tankard of beans, and just. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. It's fine. The second is Pittsburgh chops. Who knows what that means? And the third, which is very much in the lead right now, but anything could happen.
I cannot believe you're going to see these 4 words in this order.
Wrestling roleplay phone sex, where you have to phone a phone sex operator, a premium number, and present a wrestling fantasy.
The winner is going to make a script for the loser. The loser has to read that script word for word and react to however the dirty lady.
Dirty lady?
What?
Trying to make a living, Ross.
Sorry, sorry, everybody.
The dirty lady will hopefully
play along and not just hang up at the weirdo.
Yeah.
She must get it all the time.
It's going to cost a fortune, this, isn't
Oh, it's going to be bad.
Let's get on with the predictions. We're going to kick things off with Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, despite the fact that it's almost certainly going to be the main event. We're going to get it out of the way early. Ross, who have you got and why?
The big dog!
Goodness me. Our poor neighbours, honestly. Why?
I don't know. It's a bit of a toss-up, this one. They've both gave as good as they've got in this feud so far.
There's no indication, is there?
There's nothing. It's just the fact he's Roman Reigns and he's a very large dog.
Yeah, fair play.
And Bobby's boring, isn't he? Just boring as piss.
Bobby is boring. That plays into my thinking. I'm taking a Bobby win here because I think this is going to go on last. Everybody thinks this is going to go on last. And if it does, I hope they're not going to end with just another big dog standing tall
after
winning.
Half an hour of methodical wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to want at Extreme Rules. Slow, methodical wrestling.
Going with my heart, which never serves me well, but I'm going to take Bobby Lashley with a heel turn. To win and close out the show with a big moment.
Would it be a heel turn? Everyone will cheer, won't they? Just because it's against Roman. Nobody likes Roman apart from me.
Oh, God, that's a fair point. No, I'm going to take Bobby. Yeah, no, that's a really fair point.
There's no logic to this match at all, is there? There's no rivalry, there's no feud. It's just, ooh, Raw's my playground. No, it's my playground.
I can't even tell who's meant to be the good guy and the bad guy here. It's
just both the guys.
Bobby. Dog.
Right. And next up we have poor old Kevin Owens. How sorry do you feel for him going up against Braun Strowman inside of a steel cage? Who are you taking and why? I'm
going to take Braun Strowman for this one, simply because it's Braun Strowman. But Braun's been a bit of a dick, but he's going to come out on top.
He's been an unadulterated bullying arsehole, is what I would call him.
Come on, Kevin's done nasty things in the past.
Nothing to warrant his car being tipped upside down, attempted murder at Money in the Bank, attempted murder.
It's what Braun does.
Toilet.
That's his thing, isn't it?
Attempted murder. What's he like, eh?
Right.
Yeah, somehow, some way, Kevin Owens has been a heel for the past 5 years that we've known him in WWE, 4 years, and they've made him the most sympathetic babyface we've seen since Daniel Bryan for me. Read about that. Tweddle's Twaddle, Cultaholic.com. But yeah, I'm going to go for Braun Strowman. It's going to be a mercy killing. I can't see how Kevin Owens gets out of it unless Sami Zayn's injuries at work and he comes down from the rafters or something.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Braun.
Guardian angel. He needs I don't know what you say, Adam. It's going to be horrible, isn't it?
You think it's going to be nasty?
Yeah, he's going to die. Legitimately.
Next up is Finn Bálor versus Constable. Corbin, who have you got on why?
I have your boy Finn Bálor.
Why do you say Bálor? I've always wondered.
It's my accent. I feel it feels wrong when I say Bálor.
Bálor.
It's like, ugh.
When you say it, it's
Bálor.
like Balla.
Yeah, Bálor.
Bálor. So you're taking Finn?
Your boy Finn Bálor. I think this is the one that'll open the night. It's going to get everyone off to a good mood. Finn will topple Corbin in a feud that has nothing more than you're tall and bald, you're small and good looking.
This doesn't play into your thinking. We did a roundtable thing yesterday, and you said that you wanted, this was a pitch, but you wanted to see Baron Corbin shave Finn Bálor. Bold.
I mean, I also want to marry into the Rusev and Lana thing, but I can't have that. I want to be the third wheel, the official third wheel, but I can't have that, can I?
Yeah, fair play.
I want many things in life, Adam. Many things indeed. But yeah, who are you taking for this and why?
I'm going to take Finn. I really want Corbin to win this. I really do, because Finn doesn't have much. Really?
He
We'll
might,
take
you
it.
know. No, I just think this is the match that'll open the night and everyone's going to get off in a good mood. I'm not being bit on the arse by the feel-good opening match again like I wasn't Money in the Bank.
It won't be a feel-good match for me. I'm just not invested in Finn at all.
You don't like Corbin, though, do you?
I do like Corbin.
God, did you see him last night? He had a Croatia jacket on. Nice at Colombia there.
Ooh.
Going, come on, we won.
Oh. So you've gone off him?
Yeah.
No, I love him. I think he's a really good heel.
He's coming on.
He's disgusting,
leaps
isn't he?
and bounds with the microphone. And
yes, he is. He is. I wish I could take him, but my brain says Finn Bálor.
And next up for the Raw Women's Championship, we have an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. Who would have thought of that? Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. Who are you taking and why?
Taking Alexa for this one. I think Nia's title reign was so unbelievably forgettable, so unbelievably boring. The storyline was awful. She was made to look like
it was
complete
great
cock
up
end.
until WrestleMania.
Yes.
And then it all fell apart.
Yeah. So I don't think they want to put the belt back on Nia, and I can understand why, because I don't think she's all that. All that.
Yep, I agree. Alexa Bliss is going to win. I think Ronda Rousey's going to play into this somehow. I think
what do you think she's going to do? You said yesterday that she might beat up a fan.
Again, I want many things in life.
Fantasies.
Not a fantasy, no. Just a desire. She's going to be front row. She's going to have paid for a ticket, but I think the money match after putting her through a table and having Alexa run scared, and the thought of the arm thing in the arm bar, the arm coming off, literally. The money match at SummerSlam is Ronda beating up Alexa, and I think that's how we're going to get there. Somehow, somewhere, Ronda will play into this match and have Alexa come out on top. I don't know how.
I completely agree. No, I just want to see Nia out of the title scene now.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not fair.
Ah, they've ruined her, haven't they?
They could have made her brilliant. She could have been a great monster heel.
They turned her heel, didn't they?
Well,
after being bullied.
Yeah, it's right. But she should be, if she's going to play that role, she should be trashing everyone, and she's not doing that. And it's rubbish. Rubbish.
So Alexa Bliss.
Next up is Dolph Ziggler, the Intercontinental Champion, with Drew McIntyre taking on Seth Rollins in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Who have you got and why?
Ziggly puff. And I'm going to be one of those dirty internet scoundrels. If I say I've read the rumour and the innuendo, as Bruce Pritchard would say. Dolph's contract's up. Apparently the reason he's got this belt is to appease him, so he signs on and stays.
He's not going anywhere.
So
he's not going anywhere.
He's going to keep the belt, isn't he?
You were talking about this a while ago as well. It's just
I don't know what to believe these days. You read all sorts of things, don't you? But yeah, Dolph Ziggler I think will come out on top. I've just got a good feel. Again, I think this is a toss-up.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't see. I think Drew's going to play into it. Either Drew is going to cost Seth the match, or he's going to turn on Dolph, and that I just think it's too soon. I think it's way too soon. And if that happens, then Drew is going to feud with Dolph, in a feud that will ultimately not mean that much because Dolph won't have the title because Seth will have captured it.
And Dolph will have to lose that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Dolph's gone.
And then
what can you do with Dolph?
Yeah, well, we've been asking that question
Lost
for
cause.
7 or 8 years. So yeah, I'm also taking Dolph Ziggler for this one, and I think it's going to be a great match. I think this is the show that opens. The show that opens, the match that opens the show.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you not think? Get the crowd up.
It's just because Intercontinental's a bit more than an opening show match now. I know it did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I guess so. But 30 minutes of it's going to be intense. It's going to be fast paced. I think it's going to get the crowd.
And they'll be knackered for the big dog later on.
Oh God, poor big dog.
You don't want to block your load too early, do you? Topical because of the punishment for this month's pay-per-view. Potentially. I hope that doesn't win. Do you hope it wins?
I'd rather drink a pint of beans. I do it most nights anyway, so yeah, it's just another evening for me.
And next up for the Raw Tag Team Championships, we have the B Team versus the Deleters of the Worlds. Deleters of Worlds.
Nailed it.
The Weirdos. Who are you taking and why?
I'm taking the Weirdos. I'd like to see the B Team win. I think it would be a nice moment, but I don't really want to see them with a title reign, which would only end at SummerSlam, surely. So I think it's Matt and Bray are going to retain, and then a big, nasty pair of brutes in the Authors of Pain are going to come and beat them down afterwards, setting up a SummerSlam match for the tag titles, where they will drop the titles. Who have you got on Wyatt?
Yeah, I think if this match took place, was it in England where the crowd started to get on the side of the B team, the European team?
Yeah, they started to.
If this match was taking place a couple of weeks after that, I would have the B team. But since it's taking place now and all the steam's gone, once you do the funny, I'm doing an impression of you, you don't do that time and time again. So it just becomes a bit stale. So that's what's happened. They've made a mess of this as well. It's not the time anymore. It's gone.
It's not.
The steam is gone. So
they keep doing that, don't they? They keep just missing the perfect moment.
I mean, I think watching Raw these days is like watching a warm-up to a football match. You don't go to watch the warm-up, you just go to watch the match itself. It's like they do 4 weeks of warm-ups, and then you just watch the pay-per-views and get by without missing a thing.
Yeah, I agree. But we've got to watch them.
Yeah,
it's
we
our
do.
Jobs.
It's our jobs.
And we bloody love it.
Do it for you.
Yeah,
you love
yeah.
it. It's a public service.
Yeah, it's hard being us. Yeah. Next up is Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Live Tag Titles. Who have you got and why, Ross?
The Bludgeon Brothers.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh,
they're a lovely unit, aren't they? A couple of big sweaty men. I don't know. Something in my mind is telling me Kane's going to do something a bit iffy. And
what, he's going to betray Bryan already?
Yeah.
Another boring Kane
bit
heel
iffy,
run.
I don't know.
Ooh.
And people say to me, they've got a t-shirt with a hemorrhoid on, Ross, they're not going to go anywhere. But they are. Say that to Y2AJ, they had a t-shirt and a couple of weeks later they were gone.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, come on. People are into that. They've been the focal point of SmackDown now for a few weeks.
Yeah,
Why would they break them up
I think,
so quick?
it's SummerSlam's around the corner as well. That's where a big thing like Team Hell No finally winning the championships would happen.
I get that.
I think it might be a multi-man match, tag team match at SummerSlam with Sanity thrown in there as well.
Yeah. And maybe the New Day as well.
Yeah.
They're sort of feuding.
I just don't think
Pre-show.
it's the right time for Team Hell No.
I agree that it's not necessarily the right time. I think
You got the Usos
only
as
way the
well.
Bludgeons are going to retain this one is if Sanity interfere. We've seen a sort of allegiance on SmackDown this week. That's a possibility. Team Hell No are on the posters and everything. They're the... It doesn't mean anything, you're right. I'm taking Team Hell No, but you've almost convinced me not to. I'm taking Team Hell No.
And next up we have Shinsuke Knocker up against Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. Who are you taking them? Why?
I am taking Shinsuke Nakamura. He really, really needs this win after AJ Nakamura feud for sure, and Jeff is the guy to give him a lot of heat when he absolutely brutalises him. People love Jeff, people will always love Jeff, and yeah, he's just Nakamura needs this.
I just think Jeff Hardy looks knackered and needs a few weeks off.
I like that idea as well.
Yeah, it's just when he moves now, he seems to grimace all the time. It's like,
He's about 50 years
I feel
old.
sorry for him. But yeah, Nakamura, he's gonna do something to get all his heat back. I think he needs it. If he doesn't, where does he go from here?
Right, if he can't capture a mid-card
his
title.
character is one of the best on SmackDown at the minute.
I couldn't agree more.
So he's got to win. If he doesn't win, the world is going to end. We will all die. It's not bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Next up is Asuka versus Carmella with James Ellsworth suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
Buy the toys! Buy the toys!
That toy's been out for like a year now, I didn't realise.
Yeah, a couple of years. That's why they keep doing it. We've had Paul Ellering.
No, it's not. This theory is your worst ever.
It's got to be. Everything's just what's the word I'm looking for?
A marketing
tool, yeah.
No, it's
all
for
just
years.
to sell t-shirts and toys. That's what we're in this for.
Yeah, right. Who have you got?
personally.
Who have you got and why? James Ellsworth is it a cage?
Asuka.
Really?
Asuka.
Now?
Yes.
Where
It
does
feels
that-
so wrong.
What, with a rematch
Just
at SummerSlam?
because we've been through a World Cup where England finally won a penalty shootout after not winning one ever in a World Cup. We've seen Paul Ellering in a cage. Authors of Pain won that one. We've seen Chris Jericho in a shark cage. Kevin Owens won that one.
Yeah.
Those are the two examples I looked at. I don't know what the result of the other one was. I can't remember that far back. To buck the trend, the person who's got the guy in the cage above is going to lose. I think the spray is going to come into play.
Well, and Asuka's going to grab it.
Since Asuka took it in the face on Tuesday,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like when the old wrestler throws the weapon at the ring, they take that. Or throws the table at the ring, they take it.
I get it. I think that's a weak win for Asuka, especially capturing the title.
But
they've already ruined her, so maybe they will.
No,
Screw it.
Hey.
I'm taking Carmella on this one, just because I want to see Carmella versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. There's already a sort of built-in rivalry there. Becky has loads of Loads of momentum behind her, and that's very important nowadays.
Momentum. There should be a championship for momentum. That's that important.
And so I think it's going to be Becca versus Boris Becker versus versus Carmella at SummerSlam. So I'm gonna stick with Carmella with this one. I think it's going to be as simple as Ellsworth dropping the spray, Asuka getting sprayed. It sort of protects Asuka because it's a cheap win for Carmella.
You've made me think now.
Well, it's too late.
Bollocks. And last but not least, we have the match that should be going on last because it's for a world-pissing title, and they are important, apparently. We have
one of them is.
Well,
the other one,
the other one's
gone missing.
Yeah. AJ Styles versus the Bay in Spirit Animal. Roo, who are you taking? Why?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to
I
be
love
sorry.
You. No, I'm taking AJ for this one. I mean, it's sad. You know what? I don't want to say Rusev. His time has passed, but it's very much like we talked about earlier in the night. They should have done this. They should have pulled the trigger a couple of months ago when Rusev Day was the thing. It's too late now. He's being presented as a heel. AJ has a very long title range, which isn't going to end at Extreme Rules, and it isn't going to end to Rusev. Again, I'm sorry. Who have you got on mine?
I've got AJ as well. I just can't see it happening. They don't seem to know what his character is. One week he turns up, he's lovely, Rusev Day. The next week there's flavours of a heel in there. As long as it's that sort of blurred, we don't know what you are, Rusev. I can't see him being the world champion. His time will come, hopefully. I think the most we can hope for in this match is that he finally gets like his standout WWE match, because we were saying on the old round table yesterday we can't name our best Rusev match because he hasn't really had one.
This is going to be it.
This is going to be it, hopefully. So that's the best we can hope for. Got to be a realist in these situations. Can't be asking for too much. I will be a part of their marriage one day, but unfortunately Rusev will not be a world champion come Monday morning.
I just sort of picture Rusev and Lana there having a lovely romantic time, and then you as a dog at the side, sort of on your knees.
Rusev,
right?
Great.
Want some more kibble?
Those are the dreams.
Little Ross.
Nah, they're feeding me meat. Raw meat. Great.
Raw meat.
Probably eats raw meat.
If you want to vote on our punishment, I think we know what's going to win, but please do go and vote. It's patreon.com/Cultaholic. The drinking rules, as always, will be up on our social media. That's /Cultaholic everywhere except Instagram, which is We Are Cultaholic. And check out our coverage. We'll see you next week.